life is so funny. Oh, so absurd. 1 minute sunshine and next you're crying in bed. Life is so funny. Oh, you get blue. 1 minute sunshine and next it's raining on you.
Hi, hello, buenos dias, my friends. I am in Mexico City, traveling alone again. I have this weird relationships with traveling solo. I love it because I get to do whatever I want all the time, but also some places are more intimidating to travel to alone than others. Mexico City has this reputation of being not the safest place on earth. We all know that. It's the largest city in North America with over 9 million people in population, which I think is absolutely insane. If I disappear tomorrow in this Spanish soup of people, no one will notice, but still, I needed to see it. It's where Frida was born. The historical architecture in this area is absolutely epic, and it's famous for world-class cuisine, which I'm very interested in. It's been on my list for way too long. I muted my anxiety for a minute and booked a trip. I'm here. I have a lovely sunny morning. It's all good. Now let's talk habits that keep my anxiety at bay. Habit number 1. I follow the same routines everywhere I go. I start my day with a coffee that I make at home most of the days. I used a mocha pot in Toronto where I lived over a year, and I use a mocha pot here in Mexico City and anywhere else in the world. This brings me the comfort of familiarity, so regardless of the location, it feels like home everywhere in the world for me. It's familiar, with a spice of novelty, because I get to try all the local coffees and expand my palette of tastes. Alright, it's time to get going with my day and move on to habit number 2. I get familiar with the location before arrival. I make sure to book my accommodations in a quiet area where I will be comfortable walking around and live my day-to-day life. Always check where's the closest grocery stores that I might like, yoga classes, coffee shops, so I know in advance the neighborhood and know what to expect before I even land in the city. This habit always gives me clarity of what I'll be doing when I do land and eases me into my new living environment, so there is no reason to feel anxious about a new unfamiliar spot because it somewhat looks familiar already. So I always end up feeling calm and excited when arriving to my new destination. Okay, habit number 3. I stay all day home when I need it. I know, sounds like a weird thing to do. Why would I stay home when I'm traveling? We're here to do things and be productive about it. Sometimes I need a rest in the most inconvenient time possible, but I know that paying attention to how I feel is a priority, always. I slow travel mostly everywhere these days, which means I stay in one location for at least 3 weeks. That detail alone allows me not to stress about time and plans. It's my biggest asset here. But even if I won't see something that was on my plan, it's okay too. It's more about feeling rested and in good mental shape. If I need a break, I will take one. Remember, travel burnout is a real thing. I experienced it back in 2022 and it took me about 6 months to recover. If you're curious to hear more about that experience, I filmed a video about it, so I'll link it above. But today she's feeling great, so we can go out and explore the city. Alright, we are out the door and I can focus on habit number 4. I make attempts to speak with locals in their language.
Buenas tardes. Una pavlova y mille fuere chocolate. Gracias.
Gracias.
Tarjeta, por favor.
I mean, that sounded horrible and maybe brought more anxiety in the moment, sure, but afterwards, when I sat down and had all those cakes I ordered, I did not feel like a complete stranger that landed from the moon. Speaking the language makes me feel included and less of a stranger. It also breaks the ice with the people that I speak with, because they see how much I struggle and try to be helpful, patient, and understanding with me. I fueled up a bit, so now I'm ready to do some more walking around to explore La Condesa with no specific plan. Which leads me to habit number 5, I don't plan my days when exploring the city. This habit alone reduced my travel anxiety in half, and I'm not exaggerating. I'll always know where to go, which is based on the outcome of habit number 2, clarity, but I don't always know when I will be going there. I have a rough idea of what I want to see and do, but I'm not on the schedule at all. It's not fun when my itinerary is so full that I don't have space for wandering around, having random conversations with strangers, and daydreaming. I need time for daydreaming. I'm here to learn and see new things, but also have the time to process and be open to unexpected turns that might actually change the course of my life. I don't know, but it sounds a bit dramatic, I understand. But I think the key for me is being open to life, open every door, but also to be selective and choose to stay in the rooms that make sense for me, learn the lessons, and get to know the world and its humans. I'm back home from all my browsing this morning. I wanted this to be like my lunch break, extended lunch break, and just come back home and do the rest of my work. Honestly, I just couldn't make it within 2 hours back home. I wanted to walk a little more, and considering the fact that I'm living soon to a new location, I just allowed myself to go wherever my legs will take me. Now I'm back home and it is a peaceful time. Most of the time that I travel, like, I don't worry too much these days, not like I used to when I was just a beginner traveler. You can say it like that. But I came back home to very unpleasant news, like my next flight got canceled because of Hurricane Norma, and I have to stay a little longer here in Mexico City. It's a ripple effect, right? Like, you have to adjust your flight, you have to adjust your current accommodation, you have to adjust your transfers from airport to the place that you're gonna be living. And I always book transfers if I can, because it's really hard to find a taxi driver that you're gonna trust. Like, everyone in Mexico, if you've ever traveled to Mexico, every time you land, there are like a bunch of guys who are waiting for you in the first 3 meters of you exiting the airport, and everyone just want to grab you because you make their income. And I just don't like being
approached without a reason, even though I do speak a little Spanish, like I can totally understand. It's harder for me to reply, but I do understand what they say. It's just unpleasant when you have like 10 people jumping on you and trying to get you to where you need to go. I know they probably have the best intentions in mind, but to me it's a bit overwhelming, so I usually book transfers from an airport to my Airbnb, stay, hotel, whatever. I finally over that. I don't think I'm gonna work for the rest of the day. I'm just going to chill out. Going to go to a really nice restaurant this evening because I actually thought this would be my last night here in the city, which appears to be not my last night. So I'm gonna maybe take a shower, rest a bit, and get ready and go to a sushi bar actually that I really enjoyed a couple of weeks ago when my friends came to visit me. Went to that sushi bar, and honestly that was like the best dining experience I ever had, from the food itself until service and even the bathroom. Like you have creams and heated like the whole like everything is kind of like heated and stuff, which like on a cold day in Mexico, and yes, there are cold days in Mexico City, especially I think during this season that I'm visiting here, which is, I would say, considered to be a rainy season. It's really just like the entire thing was so nice, so I definitely want to go back. I usually do not go to the same places, the same restaurants when I'm visiting a location because I want to try variety. But this time it was just so good that I cannot pass on it. I just want it again. Before I go, I'm gonna get ready and go have an amazing dinner with myself. A date with me, myself, and I. Yeah, I love those evenings, honestly. It makes me feel that I'm taking good care of myself and treat myself, and just sometimes you don't want to talk to anyone, and what's not a best time to go for a dinner by yourself in those moments. Yeah, super excited, and I'll see you later. Finished my incredible dinner and on my way to some salsa dancing. I'm walking for 3 kilometers, which is okay, I guess. Like, I don't need to get another Uber, but yeah, we're looking for salsa. Let's go some dancing. Back home. I'm tired as fuck.
I'm gonna lay down. But I actually need to shower. But it was such a success of a night. I was dancing non-stop for 3 hours. Just met a bunch of people. And I'm exhausted. The introvert needs to recharge. I'm super happy, super satisfied, and yeah, tomorrow I actually have plans with those people now. So that's the consequences of meeting new people. You just have new plans instantly. Makes me happy though. Alright. Cheers, guys. Good night. Bonus night.